Hello and welcome from JLG. On behalf of the 3,000 plus employees of JLG worldwide, we'd like to express our thanks for renting or purchasing a JLG aerial lift product. We both know you made a smart decision by specifying a JLG manually propelled aerial work platform. However, you may not have previously operated or used a JLG manually propelled aerial work platform before. And so we'd like to take a few minutes to acquaint you with the features and functions of this particular piece of equipment. By following the recommendations for the safe and proper operation of this particular piece of equipment, and by viewing this videotape and reading and understanding your operators and safety manuals, means you accept the responsibility for the safe and proper operation of your JLG manually propelled aerial work platform.
This presentation does not relieve the user-operator from the responsibility of obtaining, reading, and fully understanding the applicable operators and safety manual and other information provided by the manufacturer. The Operators and Safety Manual, a safety handbook, and a copy of the ANSI responsibilities ANSI A92.3 should be in a plastic compartment located on the platform. These documents must be kept with the machine, and if not available, may be obtained by contacting the Product Safety and Reliability Department at JLG Industries Incorporated at 877-JLG-SAFE or 877-554-7233. JLG Industries Incorporated, manufacturer of JLG aerial work platforms, presents JLG manually propelled aerial work platform safety. The purpose of this presentation is to provide the operator with the procedures essential for proper machine operation. The operator of a JLG manually propelled aerial work platform must not accept operating responsibility until instructed by a qualified person. The Operators and Safety Manual has been read and understood, as well as having operated the JLG manually propelled aerial work platform under the supervision of a qualified person. A qualified operator must have reviewed and understood this video, the Operators and Safety Manual, and all warning placards and operating instructions on the machine, and contacted JLG with any questions regarding safe operation of the manually propelled aerial work platform. In addition, the operator and employer are responsible for complying with federal, state, local, or provincial rules and regulations covering the proper use and operation of this product. If there's a question on application and/or operation, or to inquire about operator training, contact the Product Safety and Reliability Department at JLG Industries Incorporated at area code 877-JLG-SAFE or 877-554-7233. We'll break this presentation into several parts. This will include the walk-around inspection, controls and daily function check, safety precautions, transportation procedures, and emergency procedures. It is your responsibility to inspect the JLG manually propelled aerial work platform you'll be using before operation of the machine. JLG recommends that you inspect the JLG manually propelled aerial work platform before operation, even if the machine has been put into service by another user. The walk-around inspection described in this video is an inspection required by JLG. The inspection procedures shown in this video are representative of those used on JLG manually propelled aerial work platforms and may not be identical with the inspection procedures outlined in the Operators and Safety Manual for a specific model. Complete inspection procedures are outlined in the Operators and Safety Manual for the specific JLG manually propelled aerial work platform model you'll be using and must be followed. A representative walk-around inspection of a JLG manually propelled aerial work platform is as follows. On each of the items being checked, make sure there are no loose or missing parts, that they're securely fastened, and that no visible damage exists in addition to any other criteria mentioned. Wheels and casters turn freely and are properly lubricated. The floor brake on outriggerless models only should function properly. The base frame. There must be no loose wires dangling below the base, and the bubble level is in place and functioning properly. The next three items apply to all JLG manually propelled personnel lifts requiring the use of outriggers. Check the outrigger interlock indicator LEDs. Outrigger sockets. The outrigger lock release pins are in place and secure, and the outrigger interlock contacts are clean. Outrigger beams. The interlock contacts are properly installed and clean. The leveling jacks must be functioning properly with the outrigger pads in place. The tilt-back assembly, if equipped, is properly secured, no visible damage, and no parts missing. The battery and battery charger installation, if equipped. The battery box pivots freely. Cables are secure. There is proper electrolyte level, if appropriate, and there is no damage or corrosion. Caution, always use eye protection when working around batteries. The hydraulic motor pump and reservoir unit. The recommended hydraulic fluid level should be shown on the fill mark and the breather cap should be secure. There should be no evidence of hydraulic oil leakage. The control valve and manual release valve should be properly secured, no loose or missing parts. The ground controls. The key switch and emergency stop button are operable. Placards and control markings are legible, clean, and unobstructed. The mast installation. The mast cables, chains, and sequencing cables must be properly secured and undamaged. The mast chains must be properly lubricated. The slide pads must be properly secured and must not exhibit excessive wear. The mast cover is in place and properly secured. Mast support struts must be straight and undamaged. The platform assembly. The control and power cables are properly tensioned and seated in the control cable sheaves. The control cable sheaves rotate freely. Guardrail installation. All railings are securely attached. The platform entrance gate or bar is in proper working order. Platform controls. The switches are properly secured and in operable condition. Placards and control markings are legible, clean, and unobstructed. Be sure to include the following as part of the walk-around inspection. Check under the machine for loose or missing parts as well as any fluid leaks which may indicate damage to the machine. Overall cleanliness. Check all standing surfaces for hydraulic oil spillage and foreign objects. Ensure overall cleanliness. Placards. Keep all information and operating placards legible, clean, and unobstructed. Protect when spray painting or shot blasting to maintain legibility. Ensure that copies of all applicable manuals, those being the Operator's and Safety Manual and Safety Handbook, as well as the ANSI responsibilities, are in the manual storage holder. Ensure that a machine operating record or log is kept. Check to see that it's current and that no entries have been left uncleared, leaving the machine in an unsafe condition for operation. Also, ensure that all lubrication has been completed as outlined in the Operator's and Safety Manual for your specific JLG manually propelled aerial work platform. Check the machine for unauthorized modifications. Modification or alteration of a JLG manually propelled aerial work platform shall be made only with prior written permission of the manufacturer. To inquire if your specific JLG manually propelled aerial work platform has been modified in any way, contact JLG. You should start each day with fully charged batteries when operating a DC-powered machine. AC-powered machines must be plugged into a properly grounded receptacle or extension cord rated at a minimum of 15 amps. To operate the machine safely and to avoid injury, do not operate the machine until all of the previously mentioned items have been inspected and corrected as necessary. If any of these items need corrected, shut down the machine, red tag it, and notify the proper personnel. A function check of all systems should be performed after the walk-around inspection is complete. The machine must be positioned on a firm, smooth surface on which the machine is capable of being leveled in an area free of overhead and ground level obstructions. Read and obey all warning placards and operating instructions on the aerial work platform and in the applicable manuals prior to operation. Do not operate the aerial work platform until you've done so. Before we begin to operate the JLG manually propelled aerial work platform, we need to check that we have the proper personal protection equipment. JLG recommends approved head protection be worn by all operating and ground personnel. After all, your head becomes the highest point when operating an aerial work platform at all heights. While neither ANSI SIA or OSHA require the use of approved fall protection devices when using manually propelled aerial work platforms, JLG recommends that any personnel in the platform of the lift use a full body harness with a lanyard attached to an authorized lanyard anchorage point. If your JLG manually propelled aerial work platform is not equipped with any designated lanyard anchorage points, contact JLG Industries Incorporated for information on installing authorized lanyard anchorage points. You are responsible for complying with all applicable laws and regulations, their exact wording and requirements as they apply to your work, and the personal protection equipment required to perform your work. At the ground control station, there are 3 controls. The power on-off switch, which is a 2-position key-operated switch supplying operating power to the controls. The emergency stop switch, which is a 2-position red mushroom-shaped switch that works in combination with the power on-off switch to provide electrical power to the control station when placed in the on position. When pushed to the off position, electrical power is shut off to all functions. And the emergency manual descent control, which lowers the platform in the event of a power failure or emergency. To operate the manual descent control, follow the instructions as specified in the Operator's and Safety Manual for your JLG manually propelled aerial work platform. The platform controls consist of the emergency stop switch, which is a 2-position red mushroom-shaped switch that works in combination with the power on-off switch to provide electrical power to the control station when placed in the on position. Pushed to the off position, electrical power is shut off to all functions. And the platform up and platform down controls, which raise or lower the platform. Now, let's begin a function check of the JLG manually propelled aerial work platform. JLG manually propelled aerial work platforms requiring outriggers must have the outriggers properly installed prior to using the machine. Remove each outrigger from its storage pocket. Insert it into an outrigger socket and secure it in place with the lock release pin on each socket. After all 4 outriggers are in place, adjust the leveling jacks to level the base frame according to the bubble level indicator on the frame and raise all 4 wheels from the ground. Once your machine is properly set up, position the power on-off and the emergency stop switches at the ground control station to the on positions. All 4 interlock LEDs on the frame must be illuminated to permit operation of the lift. Do not enter or elevate the platform unless all 4 interlock LEDs are illuminated and the frame is level with all wheels free from the ground. For JLG manually propelled aerial work platforms that do not require outriggers, the machine must be positioned on a smooth, firm, and level surface. The floor brake located at the caster wheel end of the frame must be engaged by pressing down on the floor brake pedal. Verify that the machine cannot roll in any direction with the floor brake engaged. Do not enter or elevate the platform until the floor brake is properly set. Once your machine is properly set up, position the power on-off and the emergency stop switches at the ground control station to the on positions. The maximum capacity for the JLG manually propelled aerial work platform is displayed on the machine and in the Operator's and Safety Manual. Know the total weight of the personnel and equipment to be placed in the platform before operation. Never exceed the rated capacity. Distribute the load evenly on the platform floor. Always face the machine and use the 3-point contact method when entering or leaving the platform. The 3-point contact method means that 2 hands and 1 foot, or 1 hand and 2 feet, are in contact with the machine at all times while entering or leaving the platform. Enter the platform and properly close the entrance gate and secure the lanyard of your fall protection device to the designated attachment point. Position the emergency stop switch at the platform control station to the on position. Using the platform up and down controls, raise and lower the platform a height of 2 to 3 feet through several cycles to verify proper operation. While raising or lowering the platform, depress the emergency stop switch at the platform controls to ensure its proper operation. Reset the switch to continue operating the machine. With the aid of an assistant, verify the proper operation of the emergency stop switch at the ground controls. Reset the switch to continue operating the machine. Verify the proper operation of the emergency manual descent system by elevating the platform to a height of 2 to 3 feet and having the assistant operate the emergency manual descent system as outlined in the operator's and safety manual for your specific model. If equipped, verify the proper operation of the platform extension by consulting the operator's and safety manual for the proper procedures to extend and retract the platform extension deck and ensure it's locked in place in the extended or retracted position. Do not activate the lift down function without completely retracting and securing the platform extension in place, as personnel or objects may be below. This concludes the functional check of a JLG manually propelled aerial work platform. If any of the functions outlined in this video or in the operator's and safety manual for the applicable JLG manually propelled aerial work platform model do not function properly, shut down the machine, red tag it, and notify the proper personnel. Some general safety precautions must be followed during operation of a JLG manually propelled aerial work platform. First, do not operate any machine on which danger, warning, caution, or instruction placards or decals are missing or illegible. Never disable or modify any safety device. Any modification of the machine is a safety violation and is a violation of OSHA and ANSI. Do not operate the machine unless it's been serviced and maintained according to the manufacturer's specifications and schedule. Never operate a malfunctioning machine. If a malfunction occurs, shut down the machine, red tag it, and notify the proper personnel. Precautions to avoid all hazards in the work area must be taken by the operator and supervisor before starting work. Check the work area for any overhead electrical lines, machine traffic such as bridge cranes, highway, rail, and construction equipment. Ensure that operators of other overhead and floor machines are aware of the aerial platform's presence. Disconnect power to overhead cranes and electrical lines. Position barricades on the floor if necessary. Maintain a safe clearance from electrical lines and apparatus. Allow for platform sway, rock, or sag, and electrical line swaying or sagging. The personnel lift is not insulated and does not provide protection from contact with or proximity to an electrically charged conductor. Maintain a clearance of at least 10 feet or 3 meters between any part of the machine or its load and any electrical line or apparatus carrying up to 50,000 volts. 1 foot additional clearance is required for every additional 30,000 volts or less. Consider all overhead power lines to be energized high-tension wires. Do not operate the machine when exposed to high wind, rain, or snow. Never operate or raise the platform when the machine is on a truck or other vehicle. During operation, keep all body parts inside platform railings. When working from the platform, both feet must be firmly positioned on the platform floor. Ensure the machine is positioned on a firm, smooth surface and is level before raising the platform. Do not operate the machine on soft footing that will allow the leveling jacks to settle into or break through the surface. No horseplay is permitted in the platform. Check clearances above, on the sides, and below the platform when raising and lowering the platform. Never use the mast to gain access to or leave the platform. To avoid falling, use extreme caution when entering or leaving the platform above ground. Enter or exit through the gate only. The platform floor must be within 1 foot or 0.3 meters of an adjacent, safe, and secure structure. Allow for platform vertical movement when entering or leaving the platform. Transfers between a structure and the aerial platform expose employees to fall potentials. This practice should be discouraged whenever possible. Where transfer must be accomplished, to perform the job, 2 safety lanyards must be used. One lanyard should be attached to the aerial platform, the other to the structure. The safety lanyard attached to the aerial platform should not be disconnected until such a time as the transfer to the structure is complete. Reverse the lanyard attachment procedure when entering the platform from a structure. Do not operate without guardrails in place and secured, or the platform gate in place and properly closed. It's a safety violation. Don't carry materials on the platform railing unless approved by JLG. Don't attach overhanging loads to the platform or increase the platform size with unauthorized deck extensions or attachments. A tool tray, tube caddy, and material tray are available as options for certain JLG manually propelled aerial work platforms. Do not exceed reach limits of this machine with additional equipment, such as planks, boxes, or other things. Never position ladders, steps, or similar items on the lift to provide additional reach for any purpose. Always ensure that power tools are properly stowed and never left hanging by their cord from the platform work area. Do not tie off the machine to any adjacent structure. Never attach a wire, cable, or any similar item to the platform. Do not use ladders on or against the machine. Do not perform work that will subject the machine to a horizontal force or rocking motion of the platform. Avoid an accumulation of debris on the platform work area. Keep mud, oil, grease, and like substances clean from your footwear and the platform. Before transporting a JLG manually propelled aerial work platform, completely empty the platform of tools and debris. Fully lower the platform and properly stow the outriggers. Never allow personnel in the platform while moving the machine. JLG manually propelled aerial work platforms may be transported from place to place by several different methods. The machine may be pushed around on its base wheels. When transporting a JLG manually propelled aerial work platform by pushing it on its base wheels, the following precautions must be observed. Do not move the machine on soft or uneven surfaces or over obstructions, bumps, debris, or similar items. On a level surface, always travel with the platform end leading the way. Walk behind the machine to push and steer using the handles on the mast crossbar. Watch for obstructions around the machine and overhead when moving. Check the travel path for persons, holes, bumps, drop-offs, obstructions, debris, and coverings which may conceal holes and other hazards. Before moving the machine on floors, trucks, or other surfaces, check the allowable capacity of these surfaces. When moving a machine on a slope not exceeding 5 degrees, 2 people are required. Always travel up or down a slope with the platform end positioned towards the low side of the slope. The operator and assistant must walk beside and guide the machine with the handles on the mast crossbar. Never position the machine sideways on a slope. A forklift must be used when moving the machine on a slope greater than 5 degrees. Use caution and check clearances when moving the machine in restricted or close quarters. Always post a lookout when moving the machine in areas where vision is obstructed. Keep non-operating personnel at least 6 feet or 1.83 meters away from the machine during transporting operations. Certain JLG manually propelled aerial work platform models may be moved by pushing them while in the tilt-back mode. This mode allows transport through doorways and other low overhead areas. To place the machine in a tilt-back position, refer to the operator's and safety manual for proper instructions on setup and use of the tilt-back assembly. The machine may be moved by a forklift truck. When using a forklift truck to move a JLG manually propelled aerial work platform, the forklift pockets on the base frame must be utilized. If the machine is DC powered, the battery pack and charger are to be unplugged and removed from the machine before moving with a forklift. When traveling over rough terrain, go slowly. Tilt the forks so that the machine will not slide off of them. Follow all precautions outlined in the forklift manufacturer's operating and safety manuals. The machine may be transported by truck. Refer to the operator's and safety manual for proper loading, unloading, and tie-down procedures. The truck used for transport must be rated for the weight of your machine. If transported by pickup truck, the tailgate and bed should be reinforced with a minimum of 3/4 inch plywood. The truck must be on a level surface. Never load or unload while on a slope. If the JLG manually propelled aerial work platform must be lifted to another level by the use of a crane or other similar means, the optional crane hook must be installed and utilized. This section provides information on the procedures to be followed and the systems and controls to be used in the event an emergency situation is encountered during machine operation. Prior to operation of the machine and periodically thereafter, the entire operator's and safety manual should be reviewed by all personnel whose responsibilities include any work or contact with the machine. The ground control station is used for functional check and emergencies only. It's located on the left side of the machine. The controls on this panel provide the means for overriding the platform controls. Place the power on-off switch or depress the emergency stop switch to the off position. The manual descent system is used to lower the platform in the event of total power failure or if the operator becomes disabled. Consult the operator's and safety manual for the proper operation of the manual descent system for the applicable JLG manually propelled aerial work platform you own. Know how to use ground controls in an emergency situation. Ground personnel must be thoroughly familiar with the machine operating characteristics and the ground control functions. Training must include operation of the machine, review, and understanding of the operator's and safety manual and hands-on operation of the controls. To shut down and park the machine, the procedure is as follows. Ensure the platform is fully lowered and the outriggers have been properly stowed. Move the machine to a well-protected and ventilated area. Shut down the emergency stop at platform controls. Shut down the emergency stop at the ground controls. Position the power on-off switch to off and remove the key to prevent unauthorized operation. If necessary, cover the platform controls to protect instruction placards, warning decals, and operating controls from hostile environmental conditions. Remember to uncover prior to operation. Chock at least 2 wheels when parking the machine for an extended period of time. And if DC powered, charge the batteries as outlined in the operator's and safety manual. It's important to complete your work safely using the JLG manually propelled aerial work platform. In order to do so, you must utilize common sense and the information provided in this presentation in the operator's manual and the decals and placards on the JLG manually propelled aerial work platform. We were not able to cover all the optional features and configurations of all JLG manually propelled aerial work platforms in this presentation. Therefore, if your JLG manually propelled aerial work platform is equipped differently than those shown in this presentation or in your operator's and safety manual, if you require further clarification on any portion of this video presentation, or if you would like additional information on training, contact the Product Safety and Reliability Department at JLG Industries Incorporated at area code 877-JLG-SAFE or 877-554-7233.